What's going on, gamers? Here we are back with some more Outriders, and today I'm going to be going over all of the different ways in which you can kind of keep up your ammo, and as we all know, that's one of the main things people are trying to do at the moment, to keep up their anomaly rounds. So if that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned. That's coming up next. Welcome back all you guys and girls. As always, Full Things Gaming, Full Things Xbox, and of course a lot more Outriders content along the way. Then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon? But for today I'm going to be showing you all the different ways in which you can kind of maintain your ammo, maintain your anomaly rounds, and absolutely pump out that damage. So how can you keep those kind of bullets intact and keep them flowing? So here we are at our crafting bench of sorts. Now, mods in this game make the difference between your build. You could have a completely perfect skill tree, you could have the best armor in the game, great set bonuses, everything. But if the mods are in the wrong place, or if there's kind of a few things off with your build, it just won't do what you want it to do. So what I'm going to do is go through the mods now and show you what can really help you to maintain that ammo. Now, one of the easiest ways is with Pyromancer. Pyromancer actually needs a couple of things, and all he basically needs is to be able to use this right here. You'll need Feed the Flames, and with that you'll also get something else just over here, Bullet Absorption. These two mods right here can keep your ammo count up dramatically, and in some cases they can completely keep it intact. So for example, if you get it where your Feed the Flames is going for 2 people or even 3 people, you will then be able to keep up your ammo count completely as long as you're not massacring those bullets. So if you've got an LMG or something kind of with a higher magazine, you should be able to keep up your anomaly rounds at all times. Most other classes though, they need to find a little workaround. So the other things we can do are things such as this. So here we have Toxic Lead. Killing enemies afflicted with Toxic will instantly replenish 40% of ammo in your magazine. Now there's no real reason to tell you who this works best on. It's a Technomancer one, but I would imagine you probably could use it if you can get the tier 3 one, the tier 3 mod as such for Toxic, and I believe that's off of the Lucky Jinx. So you may well be able to make a build around that. Obviously it will work best on Technomancer, but this could be used in some other builds. One that can help in some cases may well be this. It's not going to replen you, but it will keep it so that you've got a slightly more topped up magazine, and that's increase your magazine size by 10%. So if for example you were finding yourself unable to keep your anomaly rounds up because they were just running out before you were able to do something, this may well help you to keep them up more often. Next up, and we've got Vampiric Mag. This one can also work an absolute treat, and that would be paired with some kind of a bleed build. So for example, if you're shooting at things and your bullets kind of cause bleed, or the enemy is bleeding when you kill them, it looks like it will replenish 50% of ammo in your magazine. This can work really well in some builds, especially with, I would probably say, more akin to a Devastator of sorts, but you could probably make it work in a lot of builds. Another way is this one just here, Reforging Bullets. Critical shots on enemies afflicted with burn don't consume ammo. This one can be good. I must admit I haven't been able to completely keep up my rounds with this alone on a pyro, so you may well need to use it in conjunction with another one as such, but I think this one can work quite well. I don't think it's the best in slot, but it can work quite well in some cases. So this one right here, Perpetual Mobile. You instantly replenish your magazine if you kill an enemy with 35% or less ammo remaining in your magazine. This one can be very good. It's not really situational, as long as you're hitting them hard enough, as long as you've got quite a few bullets in your mag as such, then you should be fine, and this should really help you out. This is a tier 2 one, and I would say it's definitely worth having a look at, but there are other ways again. But remember, it will take up a kind of slot that usually is replaced with something that does damage, so you'll have to work out if you can kind of get away with putting it on your actual build. Here's another one that could work. I must admit I have not been able to make this work as such yet, and that is critical shots do not consume ammo with the Brain Eater mod. This one, if you got your build good enough and you made it so that you kind of had a really high crit rate, really high crit damage, this may well work, but I don't know if you'd be able to keep them up constantly. I feel like they would kind of fall off and you would kind of have to wait for that cooldown of when they're having to refresh. One to watch out for is this. I thought I had found the absolute top tier one, the best one there could be, and no, this is definitely one you want to avoid. When your magazine has 50% or less ammo left, you can roll to quickly reload all your equipped weapons with this tier 2 mod, Clip Roller. However, it is classed as a reload, so basically you lose whatever ammo you have straight away and you have them on cooldown. One other thing to remember, if you can put it on, so as you can see over here, just on the left hand side there, I have ultimate ashen bullets. If you can and if you need to, it may well be in your interest to put something like that on if you can find it. Obviously the higher up the better, so the tier 3 ones are best. If you can only do 2, it may work a little bit. I don't know if it will keep a complete uptime, but say for example you had bleeding bullets and then you had the mag that replens when they're bleeding, when you kill the bleeding enemy, that may well be how you have to do it. Chuck it on your gun, chuck that on your armor, and it may well link up perfectly and make it so that you'll keep up your rounds at all times. Obviously this one I've got on just for a bit of extra damage and to go into part of my build, but sometimes putting these kind of bullet builds on your weapon may well save the day and may well make it so that you can keep your rounds up permanently. Right, all you guys and girls, hopefully that's everything covered. Hopefully I haven't missed anything off as I was running through it a little bit fast today, but yeah, that should keep you going. It should help you to kind of make sure you've got your rounds up permanently. I know the 2 easiest builds at the moment is definitely Pyro and Technomancer to keep up your anomaly rounds. Trickster kind of have to work a little bit harder for it, but they can still make it work as well. But as always, I hope that's helped, and for a lot more gaming, a lot more Outriders on the way. Take care, I'll see you on the next day.